Hello and welcome to this video from Joomlashack. I'm going to give you an introduction to the new admin template which has been designed for users of Joomla 4. Now we are fairly early in the Joomla 4 process. I'm talking now in August of 2019, and it's likely that Joomla 4 will not be released until 2020. So if you see a few little glitches or a few things that need to be improved, remember that we are very early. This new design has only just been committed to Joomla 4, and there's going to be lots of tidying up and changes before Joomla 4 actually goes live. This is the main dashboard for Joomla 4 you see in front of you. There are lots of little widgets on the main dashboard here, and you can use the little cogs in the top right corner to edit or unpublish any of these. You can even customize the dashboard by adding your own modules down at the bottom. So the Joomla 4 dashboard is much more customizable than the Joomla 3 dashboard was. As a point of comparison, I've pulled up the Joomla 3 admin screen here, and you'll get a feel for what it looks like. If I browse down through the top menu, you can see the article and categories links. You can see the toolbar across here, and if you open up a particular page, this is what the article screen looks like. Let's go over to Joomla 4 and take a look at the same screens. With Joomla 4, the admin menu is on the left side now, and instead of drop-down menus, you have slide-down menus. You still have articles, you still have categories. If you go down to an individual article, this is what you'll see. The layout is a little bigger, a little chunkier with the buttons. There's probably a few less elements on the page. Those elements which remain are a little bigger. If you open up a particular article to edit or to create a new article, you're going to see a screen like this. The big long toolbar has been replaced by just 3 buttons up here. And everything is, I have that word again on my tongue, chunkier. The buttons are chunkier, the fields are chunkier, these tabs across the middle of the screen for the options for the article, they are chunkier as well. You pretty much have the same set of features you did with Joomla 3, but it definitely has been redesigned. There are 1 or 2 new features you will see when you update to Joomla 4, perhaps next year in 2020. One of them is workflows. This allows you to create custom statuses or processes for your content. For example, if you have an article that needs to go to your editorial team, you could have a status waiting for editors. And then maybe the content needs to be sent to a legal team or a graphic designer. You could have another status called graphic designer. The graphic designer then takes the content, and then they can move it on to the final editor, who can then decide to publish it. So the workflows allow you to be more sophisticated with the way you create content. Rather than simply unpublished or published, you can move content through several stages. Apart from that, most of what you'll see is pretty similar to Joomla 3. One thing I should mention is that the normal search you're used to in Joomla 3, which was pretty basic but pretty easy to set up, has been replaced by a smart search component. This was available in Joomla 3, but it wasn't used by too many people. It is more sophisticated, it is more powerful. We have a whole article explaining how to use it, and you'll see that link under the video here. Smart Search allows you to drill down much more deeply, allows you to have more filters, more customization. It is smarter than the Joomla 3 search. And apart from that, you're not going to notice too much that's different with the features of Joomla 4, and with a bit of practice, you'll start to feel comfortable with the Joomla 4 admin as well. Most of the links and the navigation are organized in the same way. What you're really getting is a menu which is moved to the left side of the screen instead of the top of the screen, a menu that can be enabled or disabled, and also a site that looks a little bit better on mobile than the Joomla 3 version did. If I make this smaller, you should see that the Joomla 4 dashboard works pretty elegantly, even on a small screen. So if you are a mobile user, you should have a better experience with Joomla 4 than you do currently if you're using Joomla 3 on a mobile device. So we're quite a long way from the actual launch of Joomla 4 still. This is an alpha version you're looking at here. We still have to go through the beta phase and then the release candidate phase. So I definitely think we're looking at a launch in 2020, but Joomla 4 is looking really promising. If you want to give it a try yourself, head over to joomla.org and grab a copy of Joomla 4 to test. And if you need any more information about any of the things we've covered in this video, look down below. We've pasted some links to really useful articles on Joomlashack talking all about the new things you'll see in Joomla 4.